to serve their agendas. But most importantly, the young people are disconnected because what is going on back home does not favor them at all. We have the highest level of youth unemployment back home. And if the government is to deal with that, then that means empowering them and getting out of power. So, what they choose is to keep the young people poor so that they can always grapple for the inducements that they give them to sing praises. That is how the regime has been able to subdue young people. And of course, those that have been awakened are only responded to with violence. The government has concentrated on building more prisons back in Uganda and also to, up the violent levels. You asked what our main policies would be. Well, I could spend the whole day going through that. But again, I would not even be half as eloquent as the many presentations that have been made on the floor of Parliament, in workshops that have taken so much money. But all this is only as good as the paper on which it's written. Nothing implemented. Why? Because of corruption. Our former president, Milton Obote, used to diagnose Uganda's problem as poverty, disease, and ignorance. Well, in my own opinion, not anymore. I believe our problem is corruption, and corruption. We lose 10 trillion shillings, like a third of our tax collection, to corruption. Who steals this money? The people around the president. Because corruption is currency now. Every major politician has a corruption scandal. And that is what is used to keep them on leash. Our Speaker of Parliament is banned from coming to the US or the UK or Dubai because of corruption. But she is still the Speaker of Parliament. There was a huge scandal where they stole, not money this time, but iron sheets made for the poorest people in Karamoja. And this scandal involved the Speaker of Parliament, the Vice President, the Prime Minister, the Minister for Ethics and Integrity, and a whole lot of other ministers where they were acquitted. So we want to deal with that. Of course, as an individual.
The president says that they apologized. They were very apologetic. And he saw that from deep down their hearts, they were sorry. So you forget that.
Well, how nice is the same president actually staged a charity walk, and that was codenamed Walk Against Corruption. But in his speech on that day, after the Inspector General of Government presented a proposal publicly to him, he said, Mr. President, we should have a lifestyle audit of these high-ranking government officials to see where did this person get the money to take the family for this expensive holiday. How does somebody drive a Maybach when we know the salary they get? Know what the president said? You see, you should go slow on those corrupt people, because if you're too harsh on them, they will invest that money elsewhere and not in Uganda. So that shows you that the person in charge of our country is the chief priest of corruption. So corruption is our main target when we take power. But I was saying that as an individual, my heart beats so much for health and education, ensuring that we have healthy people and awakened people. Back home, we lose 300 children every day, and 20 mothers every day giving birth. And these are the reasons are avoidable. We have a population where you will find in one parish you will find 15 churches and not a single school. That goes to education. We awaken our people. We go on and on and on. But our main agenda now, I find no reason to talk about again. We just want to ensure that power is in the hands of the people so that they can look at two leaders, present their policies, and they say, we want this one or that one,